Good evening and welcome to our Monday night meditation at St. Mark's in East Longmeadow. And we have Christina Fairman on the board, on the switcher, I guess I call it. And Eric is here doing his thing. And I'm Seal Schmalzley. I'm happy to present this meditation to you tonight. I'm calling it Recalling the Peace in the Calm Within. It's not like a memory thing, it's more of a familiar thing that we're going to be working with. And we are going to offer this time to those people, especially in the Ukraine and all refugees in the world, but those suffering under war and under deprivation and a lot of anger and hate. And we just are sending this blessing to you as we work within ourselves. Because when we work within ourselves, we connect as one. So let us get started tonight. Let's begin by checking our surroundings. And so as not to be distracted. If there's a TV on, perhaps you could shut it off, or similar things like that. And now let's just close our eyes, or lower them if you're more comfortable just softening your look. Open your hands. And make sure you align your head above your heart. And we begin by taking a calm, deep breath. A nice inhale. And exhale. Let's continue this for a minute, observing yourself, observing your inhalation, and observing your exhalation. So let's do that. Settling in, shifting into relaxation, into a calm state. Beginning to break away from the outer stress, the outer story, and going inward to where the light lives and where we are able to expand and feel safe and get in touch with our divine self. So let's do 6 more cycles of breathing. And as we do, as you inhale, just see God giving you this beautiful light to fill your lungs. And as you exhale, just relax deeper into that beautiful, stress-free presence. Let's do 6. Slowing it down. Good. One more. And notice how you're beginning to feel in your body as we unwind from our day to day. Check in with your feet and toes. Just bring your awareness down to your feet and toes. Feel the energy there, the circulation there. And now bring your attention to your knees. And to your pelvic floor. And now notice as you go up into your stomach area, the whole abdomen, front to back. Moving up to our solar plexus, a very powerful energy center. And now into the center, your heart. And fan that right out to your lungs, front to back. Fill them with this awareness, which is actually light. Check in with your shoulders. And down your arms your elbows, your lower arms, hands and fingers. As we breathe, continue to check. Check in and get into that focus. So we're going to check in with our throat now. And now up to our mouth, our teeth, and into our face, noticing. Noticing your ears. Bring your attention now to your eyes, your left eye, your right eye, your third eye, between your eyebrows. Now moving your attention into your head where the brain is, so back and front, middle, top. And then bringing your attention to the crown of your head. If there is a part of you that is feeling tension or great emotion, now is the moment to gently send light there. If your heart is afraid or sad or traumatized, whatever it is, maybe it's just a stressful day-to-day obligation type of thing some people are going through, a lot of people are. Bring your attention to that area in your body that you feel it. And let the light be there. You can put your hand in that spot. For me, this is my spot. I'll just go here and it kind of takes care of everything most of the time. On your breath, breathing in. If it's your shoulder, breathing in to it, sending that energy there. If your knee is not feeling good today, send that light there. And do it on the breath, in the rhythm of, I inhale God's light, I send it to, maybe your tummy's upset. Send it. Any areas of inflammation, send that love and light. I do use the words love and light often as the same, interchangeably. Sending divine love to any areas of dis-ease, disease, dis-ease. And send to wherever constriction or anxiety dwells. Send love. If you've had an injury, send that living presence to that part of your body. Practice relaxing into our inhales and exhales. And by doing this, we create an opening for the Christ consciousness, the living Christ, to move right into that area. Remember, we have free will. If we don't practice and live it, it's not as normally, it's not natural for most people to just think it and have it happen. So just dwell on it and welcome in that beautiful Christ consciousness within you. I'm going to try with you a sampling of deep relaxation that I used to use with my 8th graders. And honestly, they would become so relaxed they didn't even want to move after. So let's see if I can convey that to you. I would usually do it with a group of 10 or less. So we'll see how this goes through the wire. All right, so number 1, make sure you're sitting, and if you could just sit a little more to get your feet on the floor, or if you're in a recliner and you just want to pop your feet on the bottom part, that's okay. Just have your feet on something. Okay? Now let's bring our attention, which is within your mind's eye, bring that willing strength of yours to your feet. So your eyes are closed. You don't necessarily have to see me, but you can peek, you can look. And just bring your consciousness, your attention, your awareness. Travel it down your body, down into your thighs and down your legs, and focus on your feet. Feel the warmth of your feet against the socks or whatever it is your feet are covered with. Feel the comfort. Feel the sensation of your feet resting on something, as opposed to if they were just hanging. Just feel that sensation. Now breathing in. Relaxation, peace, love, light. Breathing away whatever doesn't fit into that description. Breathing in. Eyes, mind's eye focused on your feet. Keep your mind's eye on your feet, even if you just need to picture them in your mind's eye, or feel them and picture them in your mind's eye. Continue your relaxing breaths, and I'm going to give you a minute to do this. Just continue your relaxing breaths and sending that energy down to your feet. Inhaling that love, sending it down on the exhale. You may be feeling your body relax too. It's not just going to be a sensation in your feet. Deep relaxation is taking place, and now the next step would be to just gently cross your ankles. So one is on top of the other as they rest. All right? So you're crossing your meridians here. It's a little tricky, but it really gets the job done. And it's fun to do with children. So your ankles are crossed. You're continuing your focus on your inhale. I inhale the beauty of God. I exhale anything that is less than that. I don't need anything that is not divine in me. Keep my focus on my feet, one ankle atop the other. Continue your focused breathing. Good. Now let us cross our wrists. So you can cross your wrists like this and lay them on your heart, or you can just lay them down on your abdomen, on your tummy. Okay, so you have your ankles are crossed and your wrists are crossed. And enjoy this place of calm as you inhale peace and exhale deeper into calm. Inhaling peace, relaxing into peace. Continuing your conscious breathing. Inhale peace. You may be feeling by now a deeper relaxation. Enough where you just may want to stay in this space, and I suggest that you do that. Stay right in this space as we continue. I'm going to lower my wrists, but they're still crossed. Recall this space that's inside of you. This is you getting in touch with your infinite nature. When we clear out the external noise and all the happenings going on, and we get down to the real essence, this is who we are. You have called it up from your divine self. Stay with this experience. Let your heart lead here. The mind chatter is dissolving, it's softening. Let the heart lead here. Surrendering to the peace and the calm within. Each breath encouraging us to let go of attachments, the he says and she said. Let go of the worries. in our day-to-day life, we have many choices where we can choose this kind of space just through the breath. Who you are is an infinite presence and potential. The truth of who you are. Know your infinite self. It's not just this identity we have as persons. Yes, we have jobs and we have appointments and things are lined up. But if you come through this expression, it changes your life. Lead with this knowing. Act with this knowing. Think with this knowing. I am holy. I have the Christ living in me. Let's breathe that into all of our body. We're going to bring our awareness up a little bit for a moment. Just breathe that awareness of I am relaxed, and just let it drift upward. Drifting up into your knees, all through the sides and the front and the back of your body, into your thighs, your hips. You can stay in the position that you're in. You can do this with this right here, your mind's eye. I'm bringing it up into my gut. I've had some problems there. I'm overeating. I've got to make some changes. Let that wisdom be expressed and accept it. If you hear that you're overeating or you're not eating right, well, it's good that you can hear that. That's number one. You're not hearing it from the outside. You're hearing it from within. And then let it go up into your solar plexus, where you sometimes can get a lot of control action going on in there and a lot of stress too. And your heart beating with love, just a pulsation of love emanating throughout your body, bringing healing to you, self-healing. When you're lined up, when you are aligned energetically, you're healthier. So we're opening up some chakra systems here at the same time. Let's go into our lungs also, just by your direction. You don't have to, you can use your hands if you feel like you need to, but you can just direct it there. And up into your thymus and your thyroid. Into your throat. Into your third eye. And into your head. All of it. Right up through the crown. And you are expanding in the presence. The presence is where God is. And when we get our life stories and dramas out of the way, we are in the presence. Continue your breathing, please. When you identify with your divine nature, you let go of programming sometimes, things that have been drilled into us, and it's time to look at that, question it, maybe say, no, that's not me. Sometimes some conditioning that goes on through our education, our family life, sports, you name it, right? And sometimes that can limit our life experience. So this is a good time to examine that and just, okay, I'm going to do this on my own sometime, sit down and just let this be lifted. A nice breath in here, and imagine your left hand is open and in front of you opened, all right? Imagine that you're holding in it, you're putting something in it, and it will be something that limits you, something that might be kind of a bad habit you've been trying to work on. Now's that time in this knowing space, like, I am going to bring this to the divine part of me. And I'm really willing to let go of this limitation, this habit. I'm willing to surrender. I'm willing to breathe into this and to surrender it. Let it dissolve in front of you. And that's moving forward and evolving. By recalling, calling back the peace and the calm deep within. Allow your mind to shift on your breath as you breathe. Allow your mind to shift into this holy space. The work of the Holy Spirit right here. So we're going to go to our mind and ask that shifting to go on. Some habit or some craving, some anger, some belief system, some unconscious thinking you just don't want to do anymore. Just hand it over and put that hand out. And then allow your body, think of your physical body, okay? And allow that to shift through your breath into that light of the Holy Spirit, of that energy that can happen when you want to change something or bring healing to something. And let's go to our emotions. The hidden ones that we don't even know are there, and the ones that are on our sleeve all the time. Emotions that can happen with traditions and just watching too much TV. Just go there into that emotional space and offer it up, to shift it into this beautiful light on the breath. The breath is the breath of God. The breath is always coming in and flowing, and this is your freedom right here, focusing on that. If you are the bearer of light, which you are, then you are expressing and receiving love. So as a bearer of light, we're light bearers. Here we are, bearing the light. We need to be responsible now for what comes into our mind and how long we let it stay there, or how long we toy with negative thinking. As bearers of light, we want to stay with doing some good reading, find some things that are positive to dwell in, and express yourself in ways that heals others and offers light to others. Because we are part of the one. And that's like all capital O-N-E. We're all connected. We are all, whether we like the color of a skin or the sexual orientation of a person or their class or their rank or the country they live in, everyone carries this light. We know many people are buried in deep darkness. We know that, but there's still that flicker of light in there, so there's always hope. So let us remember that we are one. Who you are as a bearer of light will understand what Rumi said here. In his wisdom, he wrote, "The lamps are different," so that's you and me, "but the light is the same. One energy, one light mind, endlessly emanating all things, one turning, burning diamond, one. Hold the crossed ankles and wrists, if you still have them, with your breath awareness whenever you choose to recall that peaceful essence that is within you. And that's not required, but sometimes it's very calming, especially for young people. I'm witness to that. Crossing your ankles, breathing in, focusing on the feet, crossing your wrists, breathing in. Take time with this. Focusing on you're crossing your meridians, the central meridian in your body. And then you can get into a prayer mode or do this kind of thing. You can always replay this. It's on Facebook. Remember, be still and know that I am God. That's Psalm 46:10. Be still. The only way to remember to bring God in is to be still in a moment even in a moment while driving in heavy traffic, that moment, God, I know you're here, help me through this. Be still and know. With the weapons of war wreaking destruction in the Ukraine, and with families and culture uprooted, let us surrender to God in awe of the mighty power and plan of the God of us all. Surrender the angst and the opinions. Be still. Get into that beautiful spot in you, that aspect of God. Surrender the opinions. The TV news viewing is probably the most harmful and negative experience we can have, because it's not all truth. So it's best to just trust that, just keep shining light, just keep shining peace, and let that God flow through you. The selective love for others, surrender all that, because selecting love is not oneness. And shift into the habit and practice of peace. Recalling the peace and calm within. Start your day and recall it at lunch or at break. And close your day with the peace-filled breath. A little gratitude there. And expand it out prayerfully, like light rays, to our family and communities, to our nation, all nations, and especially to people whose hearts are closed to peace. Most people whose hearts are closed to peace are living up here. When we integrate that with the heart, that's when you have coherence, and that's when you hear the holy space in you speaking to you and helping you, guide you to generating that love. That we may all join in a collective blessing that lifts all others up, especially those people currently in the Ukraine who are caught in the middle of this war, this desperation and this despair. That they be safe and provided for and remembered every day, and relying upon the beloved God of their heart, whoever their God is by name, is the one God. That they can recall that and rely on the beloved God of their heart. So let's take a breath in, remembering that, and send that energy to the whole earth. Just envision the earth, just shining it up like a beautiful golden ball. Beautiful ball of love, sending it for peace. It doesn't just take one leader to cause a war. There's a whole lot of factors that go into that. But we need to send it to the whole planet. There are a lot of people that are affected by this. Peace and blessings, healing, provision, love and light. For we are one. One with God, one with all, every breath, so be it. And it looks like next week we will be on Monday at 7 as usual. If anything comes up and it doesn't happen, we will post it on Facebook. All right? Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.